Hello, hello, it's Nienke here from Nienks.com, and today we're going to make a little treat box for the fun size Kit Kats using a fish and a wish stamp set and then also the fish builder punch. So let's go ahead with that. I am really enjoying this stamp set and punch. I've been having so much fun with it. So I'm going to do the box in Starry Sky. So this is our new in color. And this is a piece of cardstock 4 by 5 and a quarter, I think. 5 and a quarter, yes, by 4. And we're just going to go ahead and score this. Now you can use your scoring tool, what is it called? The scoreboard. You can use the scoreboard for this. Okay, I'm just going to use my trimmer and line this up at a half. So on the 4-inch side, I'm going to score at a half, turn around, score at a half, and then on the 5 and a quarter inch side, I'm going to score at 1 1/2, 2, 3 1/2, and 4. Okay, so that is the scoring done. So my only tip with using the trimmer for scoring is don't accidentally grab your cutting blade and cut, because I have done that multiple times. So now we're just going to fold and burnish on the score lines. I do use my scoreboard when I'm doing multiples. So I'm actually doing multiples of this project. This is for an order, client order, and I just thought I'll share it with you. But when I do, my multiples, I score everything at once, cut everything at once, whoops, and then do it from there. Okay, so there's a bigger side and a smaller side. So the smaller side will be your top. Okay, now I'm just going to cut. So starting with the top, cut down the score line and like over the second score line and stop. Well, cut through the first and stop at the second. This we're going to use as tab, so I'm going to cut off that part and then angle cut this, and then the same here, cut up the score line and then angle cut this one. This will be our inside tabs. Up this side and angle cut that side, and we're going to do the same on this side, up there and in here. Then the last little one, ouch, just stuck my very sharp snips into my finger. I would not recommend doing that. There we go. So there is our base, and now I'm just going to round the corners with my trusty trio punch. I know it's retired, but I have it and I'm going to use it. You can use a corner rounder of your choice. I love this box of multiple projects because it comes together really quickly. Okay, now I have some designer series paper. Now this came from the celebration set. It's gold and silver. I'm going to use the silver. I'll show you soon why. It's a silver and gold specialty paper that was a celebration paper. Okay, so there's a smaller piece that is 2 7/8 by 1 1/8. So this is this one. We're going to adhere that to the top, and this one, so this will be the back, that will be the front of the box. Will go together like that. But before we do this, let me just finish the box. I got the inspiration of this box was from Marissa at Kitchen Table Stamper, and she actually did this box with 2 different stamp sets. She used it with the ladybugs, which I loved, and then she also used it with the teacups. So if you, now I'm going to do it with the fish and the wish. So if you want to see more inspiration on this box, then you can welcome to head over there too. So just a shout out to her. I do get a lot of inspiration from her. She's also my upline, and I do really appreciate her a lot. Okay, so there is that. That is just tear and tape. So at the bottom, how can I say, the bottom of the side, and then when you flip it, the outside of that. Okay. And then I'm going to do some stamping on these pieces. So this is going to be our front, and this is going to be the flap, which is the skinnier one of the 2. I already did some stamping. Let's do this way. I'm going to bring in my Starry Sky. And first, what am I going to do? Oh, hold on. Let me do my sentiment first. Kind of undecisive here of what I want to do first. And I'm going to use the Sea of Thanks. I've been using this sentiment quite a bit, and I already lined it up with my grid paper over here, so that I will know exactly where I want to stamp this. Just going to, that's a good tip for you if you want to know exactly where your rubber stamp is going to, because it's not always cut out perfectly, and you don't always stick your sticker correctly. I always test first and then stamp, and I am having a tough time to see where I'm actually stamping. So I want this up there and a bit off to the side. I really hope this is straight because I can't see at all. Hey, not too bad. The reason why I want to use this silver is it gives the impression of waves, I felt like, these little lines. And then what I also like is the silver, because I'm going to use that silver twine, and I felt that went well with the silver on here. Now I have a piece of real red cardstock, and I'm just going to check the orientation of my punch. So the fish is swimming this way, so I'm going to stamp it that way. Now these are colors of the client. The client's orders colors. So I'm using Real Red and Starry Sky. So I'm using Real Red on Real Red, and I love the distinctiveness on these stamps. If I can find my chamois, that'll be great. So I'm going to stamp the bigger fish, which we can punch out in Real Red. And then I think we're done with Real Red. Yes, we are. Going to use my Starry Sky and stamp the seaweed image. So this is the top of my box. I'm just going to stamp it like this. Get this the way I want it here. Something like that. And then I also want to stamp this over here. So let's ink this part up again. And now I want to use that little indentation there and just put it around my sentiment like so. There we go. Do like that. Am I done with Starry Sky? I do think so. So let's put those two away and clean my stamp over here, so you guys will know I will clean my stamps the minute I'm done with them, because I have kiddos running in and out, and I don't want them to fall over on my work desk and then have ink everywhere on my fingers and on my desk and then on my projects, especially when I'm mass producing and making a lot of projects. Don't want to find out when you're busy with putting everything together that you have ink smudges here and there. so we need a little scrap. I just have these, you know, the sides you cut off when you're making your matting layers or whatever. I just keep these strips because they come in handy so much. And we have the little small fish, and that will be swimming that way. So I'm going to punch it on this way so that I can put it in my punch the correct way. And again, you will see this beautiful distinctive detail that's already in there with absolutely no additional work from me. I love that. I wonder about his little tail. That's fine for now. You can restamp that if you want. If you haven't seen the simple or step it up video I made using the same set in more fall colors, so it gives it's like a river idea. And I also use some masking and blending the daubers. You are welcome to go and check that out. I really enjoy this set. Oh, forgot. I want to add some dots. Now, this stamp set doesn't come with dots, but the well done one that is still available has those little bubblies there, and I'm going to use them just to add some, not, well, maybe some on everywhere, and also just in Tahitian Tide. Just add some of these bubbles here and there to bring everything together. And then on this side, over here, have some bubbles over there, and just second generation there. And then just add some more over on this side and some second generation over there. I just want one more, but I don't want it. There we go. Okay. Feel that brings in the Tahitian Tide and gives some extra interest. Let's clean this off, and then this box will come together very quickly. Let's put these two on. I think they're dry yet. So this is going to be our front. So, oh, I want to round these corners quickly too. This is going to go up on our box lid like this. So I want to round that corner and that corner like so. So yes, the detailed trio punch I probably will use forever. I do love the rounded corners on that. Okay, now we're going to add this DSP to, where's my silicone? There we go. This to the front, like so. And then we're going to add this one over here. Because this is now going to come, let me just show you the orientation here. So this one is going to go fold up. So we want it this way. Always make sure, because I've adhered things upside down. I have stamped stuff upside down. I have had my card go the wrong way. I've done so many things that I just like to double check everything. Okay, now we can go ahead and put our box together. Yes, I think we can. And I'm going to want that to be at the back. So let's take this off and line up that cut edge to this score line and just press that in place. The same with this one. This cut edge, we're going to line up with that scored edge there, and that will help your box to square out nicely. Remove these, and then we're going to remove these backings. Use my take your pick tool, because it just makes life so much easier when you use that. There we go. Now we're going to line up this cut edge to that score line at the back. Burnish that down, and the same with this one. Line this cut edge up with that score line there. I have my fingers in my way trying to find the best way to show this. There we go. So that's the front of our box, and there's the inside, and these two little tabs go over. So I'm going to add my Kit Kat, because then we'll have some resistance on the inside when we go and adhere some other things. Now I'm going to use some Velcro dots. I just got these off Amazon, so you can go ahead and find any Velcro dots. These, I'm guessing, is like, yeah, about 1 to 3/8 of an inch, and I like to use the soft side at the top, and this, the more of the hooky side at the bottom. So I thought I had that the right way. Now that's the soft side there. I'm going to add this where I want it, about there. Now this is going to come down to here, so it won't cover my sentiment. Just going to add that to there, and then I'm going to securely close my box, press down. It's nice to have the Kit Kat in there, and then there we go. We have this little Velcro part here that will close the box, and then it will reveal the Sea of Thanks when the recipient opens it. Okay, so there is that. Now let's punch out our fishies. Punches makes life so much easier, especially with mass producing. Line this up, get him nice, punch him out. And the same with this little guy. Get him nicely lined up. And then, there we go. So there's our two little fishies. And then I'm going to use the twine. It's the same ones I used in the last one, the threaded twine. And it's got this silver piece in there that I felt went very well with this specialty paper. And I am just taking, I'm going to say about 3 inches probably, and I just want it to make like a little loop. So I'm going to cut this off and then untangle it. I felt like it's very thick and bulky, so I don't think that I would be tying a bow with it or a knot with it. So I've actually just been using it as linen thread, and undoing it, it comes apart really easily. So I'm not going to worry about doing all of it. I just actually want to unwind the piece that's going to show. And the other thing I did was took them totally apart and then use the threads individually on individual pieces. And I actually might do that now, because it may be too much for, you know, this little project. If you take your big tool and get in between the strands, it is really quickly to undo that. There you go. You are left with a little bit of fuzz, but I don't mind. I'm going to divide these strands, and then also the silver ones. Like, I have some silver on this side and some silver on that side, and just totally like divide them in half and use that for the next one. Okay, so I'm just going to take this, make a little loop like so, and then we're going to adhere this here just for some texture and added interest with a glue dot, and we will secure this with the dimensionals on our fish. So I'm just going to add that and just grab all the strands and make sure that they are in your glue dot. Let's do the other side. Add this. There we go. 1, 2. And I'm just going to add here that there. pull this around, and they can might be pulled out or whichever way they want. Get that one there. Get this silver one down here. There we go. I don't mind this part because we're going to cover that with our little fishy. My dimensionals. I might be a little bit tired because I'm struggling for my words. It seems like I'm going to add just one here and then cut little pieces down here for his tail. Let's see, will this one be too long? Oops, well, that will be too long. Yes, yes, it will. I'm pretty sure. This seems like it may fit. Will it? It's going to be just a tad too long. So we'll just snip that part. And now I've just secured both the ends of his tail with that. And that will allow this part for the twine to go through. So that will secure that over there. And it won't be too bulky. I want to pull it over a little bit. Just have his tail. Whoops. Get your tail back on there. Okay, so that is one little fishy there. Let's add this one. Oh, come on. Swim this direction to add it. Mini fits there perfectly, but then we need to, just going to pull off that little piece there and use it for the other side like so. And you can also just scooch this to where you want it. I'll just take the backing off and show you. Just did that, and then we want to add, I think I'll add two here. There we go. So I want this one to be down a little bit more to the bottom, and I'm going to secure my twine right there. So get all of this here and here. Let me just see if I now have a little bit of, yep. Now if you have some dimensional sticking out there, this one I'm going to cut off. The rest I'm just going to, come on, you want to get off. There we go. So I just scooched that in there so that it won't hang over. Close my box, make sure that my fishy is happy here and that that is nicely stuck down. There we go. I want this one to move up a little bit. He feels not strapped. And then I can also press him from the back side. And there we go. Now I feel like I want to maybe add some pearls. Now I have these pearlized enamel effects. Now I probably will use this for my multiple projects. I made a little chart here, so you get the black and the red and then this white one, which will look really nice as bubbles. But for the sake of the video, because I will be sticking my fingers in it if I use it, I'm just going to use the pearls because that is if I can find them. I'm going to use the pearls because that's the effect it gives, right? See? Looks the same. So for sake of costs, for my multiple projects, I will just go with it like in the afternoon, do them, leave them until the next morning, and they'll be nice and dry. But for the video, I'm just going to add the pearls real quick to give you the effect of what that will be like. I'm going to put a medium one down here, and then I'm going to put we just want to, let's put a small one up here, and we can add a little, no, what, I'm going to change my mind and put the medium one here. Scooch you up a little bit that way. Come on. There we go. Yes, and then another little one down here. Let's go with this here in front of his nose. Maybe I actually just like the two up there. You want to be there? You want to be here? Now I can't make up my mind. There we go. That's cute. Okay, so you can decide on pearls or no pearls. I may be leaning towards no pearls, but there we go. That is our little Kit Kat treat box. And I do have another sample here with no pearls, so you can decide what you think. And let me know in the comments below. Pearls, no pearls. And then I do like the color combination on this too. And I do love this silver thread with the silver DSP, Specialty Designer Series paper. So thank you for joining me. Oh, I have something to share for, is it September? Yes, for September, there's the Perfect Partners special going on at the moment. So these stamp sets in the catalog didn't have any dies, and now for September they have dies, and they will not be available again, and they will not be coming back. So if you want the dies, then you need to get them before the 30th of September. Okay, so the first one is the Apple Blossoms. Now if you already have the stamp set, you can purchase the dies separately. If you don't have either one, you can purchase the bundle and save the 10%. There's also the Fresh Cut Stems dies, which is the Fresh Cut Flowers bundle. It's this one. And then there's also the little piggy. This birthday piggy has one that's really cute. I do like all the different little detail dies. And then there's also one for trimming the tree and the waterfall dies, and then also the Yeti. The Yeti has dies too. Okay, so just wanted to bring that under your attention, the Perfect Partner promotion. And then also there's the weekly special. So for every week, there will be different specials until the end of September. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will just see you in the next one. Bye-bye.